Have you ever been hit by a car? Just in general, it doesn't matter. Even if you were in a car, like if you've ever been like in a car accident. Why did I try to like think of what those are called? I know what those, it's car accident. I definitely have. They're not fun. It's not a fun time. It's not a fun experience. And mine in particular was actually very interesting. Let's go ahead and get started with the story. So this story takes place my freshman year of college. Another one of these college stories. I happen to have a lot of these. I mean, it was like 5 years of my fucking life. You'd expect a lot of interesting things to happen. My primary means of transporting myself from point A to point B was riding a bicycle. One day, I was riding my bike to campus. So like I've mentioned before, I used to be in the RTC program, and in the RTC program, we had like these little like mini clubs. Not really clubs. That's too generous. That's too nice of a fucking word to use for these things. Separate, organized get-togethers. That sounds about right. Growing up, I never really rode bikes, you know, to kind of on the street to kind of get to where I needed to go. As a college student, yeah, 100%. I rode alongside cars all the fucking time, and that was pretty normal, you know, but I was never really used to it, so I had to basically learn, all right, so this is a bike lane, that line, that strip right next to the sidewalk, separating the sidewalk and the lanes for cars, that one little strip, that's a bike lane. I didn't for some reason I didn't know that until I got to college, until I had to start riding bikes. I know, I'm stupid, I know. Bike lanes are treated like car lanes, you know, where they all have to go the same direction. All right, I'm heading towards campus, so I should be on the right bike lane with going with traffic, right? No, because I'm stupid, so I was on the left bike lane going against traffic, going towards campus. I'm already doing something that I should not be fucking doing. I continue to ride my bike. Now I'm riding against traffic, and I'm just passing every single street. There's no cars that are turning in, which is the good part. Then comes one crossroad in particular, where this woman, she's driving a red Dodge Charger, and she's turning into traffic, but she doesn't see me. So she's just paying attention to incoming traffic, has no idea that I'm coming up and I'm about to go right in front of her, has no fucking clue. I see this happening in real time. I'm like, okay, I'm riding my bike. I'm like, all right, notice me. Notice me. I'm coming up right here. Notice me. Don't turn. Notice me. She doesn't notice me. What happens next? I get fucking hit. I get hit hard. I literally get sidewinded by a red Charger, and I just do a front flip, essentially. I flip forward, and I land right on my head. I'm wearing a helmet, because you should wear a helmet when you ride a fucking bicycle. No matter where you go, it's safety fucking first. I mean, come on, people, you know? I'm glad I was wearing a helmet, because if I didn't wear a helmet, I landed right on my fucking head. The sunglasses that I was wearing, they were scratched. The lenses were actually scratched, and they snapped in half. So I landed on my fucking face. I'm on the floor now. I'm in front of traffic, essentially. I'm glad there were no cars like coming through. Like, she turned for a reason, because there was no cars, but I was in the middle of the road on the ground, just like, I'm just laying there because I just got hit by a car. I landed on my head. And I'm a bit disoriented, you know? I'm pretty sure I didn't have a concussion or anything, but geez, I was out. I get up, okay? And the lady is just distraught because she had just hit someone with her car. So she's freaking out more so than I am. I'm actually like super chill about this. I remember being like really nonchalant, just like, all right, I got hit, whatever. I got stuff to do, so I'm just gonna go do it. And she's the one who came up to me and said, oh my God, are you okay? Give me your insurance number stuff so we can exchange things. I'm like, I'm okay. I don't need your shit. Like, I did not want to get any information on her. I just wanted to get up and I wanted to keep fucking going. I'm not kidding you. I was really did not care about what the fuck just happened to me. I did it. But she went back into her car. She grabbed a piece of paper. She wrote down her insurance number, her insurance policy number, whatever. And she gave it to me. She's like, just keep it. And just take this and keep it. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine. It was such a fast exchange. Literally after that, I just go about my day. She drives off and I just go about my day. As far as damage that was dealt, I mean, obviously she hit someone with her car, so she had like a little like nick on the front of her bumper, and my entire bike is now fucked. It's just destroyed. So after she drives away and I grab my bicycle and I look at it, I think to myself, like, all right, you know what? I'm actually not going to go to to campus right now because I'm just going to go home. All of a sudden, I just got all the adrenaline just left my body and I started feeling like shit. And of course I was like, oh, I couldn't move. I felt like something was broken, and I started walking back home. So at this point already, I had biked about a mile. So I just walked back home. It was a mile walk in this condition. I couldn't ride my bike because it was fucking destroyed. So I just walked the whole way carrying my bicycle. I get to my apartment and I had to tell someone that I wasn't going to show up. So I called my classmates and I'm like, hey, I can't come. I just got hit by a car. And they took it to the nth degree. As soon as they heard that, they're like, holy shit, are you fine? Are you okay? What's wrong? No. I'm totally fine. I got hit by a car, but I'm totally fine. And they said, can we call an ambulance for? Like, no, do not call an ambulance. I was stupid, but I knew that if you called an ambulance, if an ambulance came to you, you had to pay out the fucking nose for whatever the hell they're gonna do with you or for you. I think even like the arrival of an ambulance, you get charged for. I might be wrong about that. I might be totally wrong about that. But essentially, I didn't want any of that because I also didn't have insurance. Health insurance, because I just didn't. Do not call anybody. Do not call an ambulance. Don't call a single person. I'm fine. I'm just gonna lay down and I'm gonna be fine. 20 minutes later, a fire truck shows up to the front of my apartment. A whole damn motherfucking fire truck with like 7 guys on it. I'm not kidding you. There was an entire fucking battalion of firefighters on this fucking fire truck, and they show up in the front of my apartment and they knock on my door and they're like, hey, did you just get hit by a car? I'm like, yeah, I got hit by a car. What? I got hit by a car. Yeah. So? Okay, can we just look at you? What? Ew, wow, sus. Oh my God. No, not that way. They just wanted to check me. Okay, I'm making it sound worse. They wanted to make sure that I was okay. So I'm outside right now, and this fire truck, all these firefighters are just like looking at me. They're examining me, like they're grabbing my arms and shit and looking at every inch of my fucking body, taint included, making sure that I wasn't dead. It was weird. And they were all there. There was like 3 guys looking at me, and then the other 4 were kind of just like sitting, leaning up against the fire truck. It was so weird. I also didn't know that firefighters did that shit. But after like 5-10 minutes, they're like, okay, you're fine, and they leave. Later everybody starts hearing that I got hit by a car, and they're calling me and they're just making sure that I'm okay. And every single call, I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine. I'm okay. Thank you though. Thank you. I mean, I wasn't being a dick about it, but like, yeah, I was fine. There was one classmate in particular who actually came to me with like a whole damn pizza and just to make sure in person that I was okay. So that was actually really nice of him. I remember him too. So you remember when the lady gave me her insurance number and her insurance policy and everything? Yeah. I got her insurance to basically pay for all the damages dealt by me. And then what actually happened was, because of the fucking little nick on her car, I remember like, it was not bad. What the damage that I dealt to her car was not fucking bad in the slightest. This is going to be quite the shocker to most of you. She was asking around $3,000 to repair the damages dealt to her car. It's the smallest fucking dent in the world, but because it was a Charger, a newer Charger, she wanted $3,000 to repair her car. But I basically told her to fuck off. I basically told her to piss the fuck off. There's no goddamn chance I'm paying you $3,000 for something that that could literally take me 10 minutes to fix. I'm pretty sure. I know something. I know she never got that money because after I told her that was the end of it. My insurance never told me anything about that. So, right after that, when I had to go to my ROTC class, I kind of showed up and I said, hey, I'm really hurt. And I actually was. My nose was completely fucking red. It looked like I had broken my nose. I showed up to my commanding officers and I said, hey, I need to go to the clinic on campus and just check myself out because my nose is kind of like 3 times its size right now, and I feel like shit. So I went to the clinic and I got an x-ray for my nose. It turns out it wasn't broken, but it was swollen because like I said, landed on my face. I landed on my face. I'm actually surprised that I didn't break my nose. What I didn't check was my shoulder. This shoulder right here is very interesting because I essentially landed on my face. I landed on my right shoulder. To this day, every once in a while, if I stress my shoulder out too much, if I move it around too much or anything like that, it actually starts to flare back up and it starts to hurt again. And this was almost 6-7 years ago when this happened, when this incident happened. 6-7 years of shoulder pain from that accident. So I actually might have not broken, but I actually might have like done something really bad to my shoulder, but to this day, I've never gotten it checked out.